Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks to all our subscribers, thanks to our returning viewers, and if today happens to be your first time seeing me on your screen, welcome. So today we'll be making a student version of our two popular Ghanaian dishes. Alright, so this is our washed rice. They're jasmine rice, properly washed. Please wash your rice. Okay, this is our beans picked and properly washed. You can see our salt, tomato paste, spice blend, and our salt for stew. Everything for stew. Our wele, our pomo, you know na. See our way. And our frozen vegetables, tomatoes, scotch bonnet peppers, and onion. They were frozen. I'm trying to defrost them. That's why I put them in water. Okay, so this is our wache. I've added soda, baking soda in it. And on the other side, that's I just added the salt. On the other side, I'm cooking a stew, a normal way you would cook a stew like a student, right? Yeah, so our onion is inside doing its own thing. So I've added our tin tomatoes, trying to stir very well so that it can fry a little bit. You get, you know. These are my student pots. You get me right? Yes, so I've used that eating to to crush the tomatoes and in fact the vegetables, and I'm adding my spice blend. Note, when you're cooking your stew, the best and the sweet secret to a good stew is when you add your spices earlier, like as I've just done. It makes the spices to cook properly, and it infuses itself into the stew for you to get a good result. You get me right? It's either you add it earlier, like you add it when you're adding your your onion, like while you added your onion, you can add your spices. Anyone you choose, the cocoa be say the food go done, it will come sweet. I just added my wele and I added water. Another secret, you add water or your stock from meats or whatever, then you add it to it and you allow the stew to roll, like to boil. You get me right? Yo, so this side, I just covered the stew. On this side, I'm checking on our beans. It's been cooking for like 10 minutes. I added sodas. I added baking soda to this. Okay, so it has cooked for a whole 20 minutes, and I just added my washed rice. If you notice this recipe, I didn't use our popular sorghum leaves. I just used baking soda because baking soda is very healthy for the health. So if you didn't get sodium leaf, you don't need to kill yourself, or you don't need to kill yourself. You just have to use baking soda, and then you cook your meal and it comes out beautiful. I added my salt. At this point you can add a little oil. It makes it come out one one depending on which side you are. If you are team one wache or team together, they will just cook the wache like that, but team one wache, you add a little bit oil to make it come out one one. As you can see now, I just stirred my stew. As it has boiled, you can see that it's getting ready. It's ready now. As it looks, it's looking, it's ready already, as in already. So what you used to know is that the oil has come on top. I just added my eggs. I'm stirring. For me, I like it. I like the stew to infuse into the egg. If you like that kind of stew or you like your eggs to be like that, please let me know in the comment section. Please, kindly subscribe if this content is giving you some vibes. Right? Yeah, that's the family. All right, so I'm just checking on my food, and this didn't really take too long. I think by 10 minutes it was almost ready. Yeah, because the beans were ready, like half ready. Once I added the what's the name, the rice, it just combined, as in rice and beans. My fellow Nigerians can eat this meal, they will enjoy it. It's just like a normal rice and beans in Nigeria. You get me right? Yo, so that's it. I'm just trying to stir. For me, today I just wanted to eat something like that comes together, so I didn't add oil to this recipe. But if you've gotten to that day that you feel like, I want to eat wache that comes at one, just add some more oil and you reduce the water content. This one I added it so that I wanted it to be soft for me to enjoy my stew. So this is the end product. I added my dry gari, my talia, by my stew is looking like gravy. I see there's vegetables, right? You don't need too much stress. My wele is cooked, everything is suchy. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we are going to our next meal, and our next meal is our tuwozafi. Yo, you can eat this soup with any swallow. The cocoa be say now the soup now you dey eat, not be the the swallow. You can eat anything with it. So there's our AYOYO leaf, also called Ademe, or in Yoruba they call it ewedu. So that's my tomatoes, my vegetables blended. There's my red oil, my sliced onions, spices, and our table tin tomatoes and our shrimp powder, our cooked meats. Right? And this is our yo-yo with everything that is going to cook it, everything that is going to cook it in one pot. This is my rice cooker pot I'm actually using for this recipe. So this is the pot I used to boil my meat. I have just added my red oil. It's going to heat up a little bit. They hopefully shouldn't be full of smoke. Oh. Just heating up a little bit. You get me right? Then I'll add my onion. Yeah, I'll add my onion for it to fry a little bit, just fry a little bit, not too much. You don't want to kill the nutrients. Just fry them a little bit. Yeah, just fry them a little bit. For me, I'm using the same pot because I don't want to stress. Come and washing plenty pots. You get me? Yeah. Then I'm adding my tin tomatoes or my tomato paste, or you can do with any vegetables, just blended, and it can become a base. So for this recipe, I don't want too much oil. Even with the wacheto, I didn't want too much oil for me. I know that oils are expensive. You don't need too much oil in your food or in your body. Just something small, it's okay. Medium, like not too much, not too small, in between. Yeah, I've added my tomatoes blend. I'm just gonna stir. Oh, sorry. I added my spice. Our secret. I added my spice for it to cook. You want it to boil with the tomatoes, so that it can bring out all the nutrients. It's a way of cooking when you're lazy. It's a way like maybe you're lazy or you don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen. In the kitchen, sorry. I just burned. In the kitchen is a way of cooking, like you relax and cook. There's not too much formula to it. Just easy, easy peasy. So I'm just stirring. I'm just relaxed. And I just added my stock. So I'm adding my meat now, as you can see in the video. I'm just stirring. Always use wooden stick to cook. They are very healthy. And it helps your food not to burn, especially when you're cooking jollof. I'll show you that secret later. Yeah, that's it. So I'm just stirring. And this one, if your meat is still hard, just for me, I would advise you to cook your meat not too soft, so that it can boil with the stew, so that it can also enter the soup or whatever you're cooking, can enter the meat, so you can enjoy this juiciness. So like I told you, I'm using my rice cooker to cook this. I'm not really using this. So the pan, that's the pot or the rice cooker bowl, I use it for like stir fries or things like this. Yeah, so I just cook this for like 10 minutes, highest 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your heat level. So 8 to 10 minutes max, because I don't want to kill the nutrients, right? I don't want to kill the nutrients. I want to enjoy every bit, every nutrient from this food. I want to get every nutrient from every food I'm cooking. So that is why I always want to do something easy that will not stress me, right? And I also don't want to buy outside, because now things are very expensive. So I want to be able to control things and still be able to eat healthy. Yes. So that's why I'm doing this. Just stirring, beating it. And another thing is, if you notice, the oil was frozen. The reason why I make it frozen is because it helps for sliminess, So every time I come back from the market, when I get ayoyo, and after removing it, I just pop them in the freezer. After removing it, like picking it, then I'll just wash and put in the freezer. So I just open my stew and I'm stirring. Can you see the oil? So you don't need too much oil actually. The meat has oil, the stock has oil, and the small oil you add to it, it is what keeps us healthy. So let's please reduce our oil intake. Now oils are very expensive. It's also a way of God saying, people, when I don't they consume oil too much, more than take am easy, waiting happen. Yeah, that's it. For me, that's my own interpretation. You get me right? Yes. All right. So my stew is ready. Our stew is ready. As once you see the oil like this now, it's still no I already did that. The ready, he ready be that. You get it's ready. So that's all. And this meat I had shaki, I had nyamadie inside. That's the name. That's what we call shaki in Ghana, nyamadie. And we have wele, that's momo, and we had normal cow meat, red meat, normal cow meat, that's red cow meat. Yes, and this recipe was awesome. I didn't really spend too much because a friend of mine deals with stuff like this at a lower cost, so I just got them from her. So if you want to buy from her, you can let me know in the description box. I will link you up to her. She sells, her prices are on point. If you want bone version, she will get you. If you want meat version, she'll get you all. She is ready for you, as in intestine, all the menge, she's ready. She is ready. So if you want, just let me know in the description box. And if this content is useful to you, please help your girl, help us subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit it. See now, I want to bite my tongues. I say tongues, my tongue. Can you imagine? All right, guys, this has been awesome with you. Please don't forget that one day at a time is the best. Take one day at a time. And just as God has blessed us with, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video because it shows me you like this content and you want more of this. And thanks to our subscriber who said she loves this content and she's the reason this video is coming. Sorry, I didn't say it at the beginning, but I really appreciate you guys for pushing your girl. I really, really appreciate it. Till meet in my next video. Stay safe and bye.